stopped thinking about giving health solution to patients one-to-one, because I wanted to start giving solutions in a massive way, and this is how I'm trying to do it with my companies. Life expectancy has risen dramatically in the last years, maybe in the last 2 decades, making people be worried about the burden of increasing aging people and at the same time shrinking the birth rates. This is a journal. Maybe the sound is not good to hear this, but this lady is explaining the same phenomenon. What she's trying to explain is what we see here in these charts. Just for Europe, take a look to these charts. This is from 1950. This is for the 90s. And take a look of what is happening from this cut to lower ages and this aging cut to the higher ages. Life expectancy have been risen a lot. At the same time, those in lower rates, aging rates from 69 retirement ages have been coming slower and lower worldwide. Just for Africa, this is not going on, but the rest of the world has been changing in these terms. We can show any kind of these charters. This is, for instance, what has been happening from the 1960 to 2010 in Japan, United Kingdom, United States of America. All of them are suffering the same situation. I said suffering because governments are very worried about this. Why? Why this is keeping in account as something to be solved, something to work about solutions. And this is just because the increase in the dependency ratio results in more people claiming pension benefits, while fewer people working and paying income taxes have to face this other part of the chart I showed. At the same time, increased government spending on health and care pensions, and they have a higher tax rate on the current shrinking workforce. So what the ancient people should do regarding this? Imagine the social service office facing this situation. One person, let's imagine in his 19th, for instance, telling the social work or the social service office personnel. I'm sorry, ma'am, my hip is in pain. My knees, they don't help me walk anymore, and my heart is in pain. And the lady said, I'm sorry, I don't have anything to do about that, so please cooperate with us and don't live longer. What? People have to be longer, people have to be in a healthy environment, and people have the same right that Asian people have the same right that all the others. So our companies have been thinking about solution in terms of supporting people, aging people, to be longer and in a very convenient environment, and taking care of, taking care of longevity, health, and the main word, welfare. Because it's not only taking a healthy environment, it's also the possibility to have a welfare. So Penta research, and please keep in mind that this Penta with H is not the Penta that appears in the letter outside. Penta Research is a company that has been developing solutions, and I will give you some details of this. And it's combined with solutions in terms of community living and health, tourism, and spa, given by HostServices. HostServices International is the second company that is offering solutions to aging people, but it's not only for aging people, it's also for younger people who desire to live in a healthy environment, trying to work and going behind potential future problems that these recent curves can give us for giving life conditions in proper ways. So we offer in-health permanent care and accommodation, day hospital with weekly service modules, home care nursing service at patient homes. We are not so happy with this style, but it's offered too, and rehabilitation. Also health and breathing rehabilitation after the all-known surgeries, cardiac surgery and pulmonary surgery too. The architectural styles are very adaptable to cultures and any geographical situation, but basically it's offered an open area for those with all life conditions and physical and mental attitudes kept intact, while there are another area with partially disabled and totally disabled people who are under cares. This is one of the potential ways to offer this architectural style. On the other hand, Penta Research has been working since 2011 in thinking solutions to different health situations that made our lives not so enjoyable. That's why we developed a super public punction set, which has nanotechnology into the structure to have pressure sensors, and also a bulb that function at our desire. Robotic bladder sphincter is another one to be launched soon. Intraluminal device for neurovascular growing, not only for peripheral vascular diseases, but also for central vascular net. Valving intraluminal device for venous insufficiency is something that is also at this time being developed. For the future, near future, joint implantable device for arthrosis treatment. It will not solve the arthrosis as illness, but it will solve the pain, which is not so less important. And in neurology, a peripheral implantable device for neuropathic pain. Coming soon also ophthalmology for blind eyes. These are some of our prototypes. This is the Europenta 002, which is a superpowered punch and set. And dual finter, this is an early stage of a prototype for the bladder sphincter. It's a robotic bladder sphincter to be commanded by a clicker like this. And this is a powered penta, the Venus device, implantable device for venous insufficiency. Well, these are our projects, these are our enterprises. HostServices International has a very good opportunity for investors, joint ventures, proposals. Any of their units are able to rent as much as 20 to 25% annually, and the market for each of these devices is about $30 to $50 million per year annually. So I invite any of you to learn further for any of these projects and discuss ways to find synergies between any of us. Finally, on one hand, we have problems to be solved. On the other hand, which is no less and tiny thing, we have solutions. Free enterprises, Penta Research with H, HostServices International, working all together through Southcon Alliance, the corporate format of these enterprises. Thank you very much. Any question in English, Spanish? This is the time. Thanks.